Happy Tuesday, everybody. Big waves. I don't know. It's something about it. I like that in the screen here. I don't know. Yes. Happy Tuesday. Listen, I'm going to get right down to it today because I'm afraid I've got so much going through my head. I got to keep, as Coach would say, hey, keep focus, you know? Uh, so I'm going to read you this quote by Zig Ziglar. And I think you'll find the word for today in the quote. You were designed to accomplish, sorry. You were designed for accomplishments, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. With the seeds of greatness. So the word for today is greatness. And, you know, if you looked at the definition, the quality of being great, distinguished, eminent, but I think we could all raise our hand on this, and I call it the negative Nancy, you know, negative Nancy. Many of us have heard they just got, maybe we've said it, they just got lucky, them lucky dogs. Maybe we've said, paid for that. No, I've said this as I was an athlete. Well, I tell you this, they were paid for it. They're a little bit faster. God bless them a little more. You know, I've been guilty of that. They were handed. They grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth, and their mom and dad just handed it to them. If I grew up that way, I'd be doing big things too. Does that resonate with you? Like, raise your hand if it does. Like, have we heard it from somebody? I've heard it a bunch in my career. So, truth is, greatness comes from obstacles, from growth, from persistence. And I want to give you 4 of them. I want to give you 4 principles that I have seen in people when they're achieving and have achieved greatness. And it can be in anything. It doesn't matter. It could be in health. It could be in business. It could be, you know, it could be in sports. So, number 1, extreme dedication. So I wrote this down today, but I remember time ago, it's been a while, but a reporter asked Muhammad Ali, how many sit-ups can you do? And the great boxer said he didn't really even know. He only started counting when it started hurting. See, what made Muhammad Ali great was his ability to push past his limits, like so that he could grow and better. That's, to me, what it takes to achieve greatness. It means ignoring what you think is impossible to be the best. I've had times in my life that's just impossible. We got to move past that to achieve greatness. Number 2, practice as much as you can. They say it takes 10,000 hours to be proficient in an activity. 10,000 hours. I know Coach has heard that as a coach her whole life. Well, the only way to reach 10,000 is to put in the time and effort. I told all the time, I know what I'm doing. I just don't know about the edit. You got to practice. It's called practice. If I talk about the business, Coach, am I breaking up? Mm-mm. If I talk about the business every day, I'm going to be better at talking about the business. If I go for a walk every day, I'm going to be better in my health. I got to practice. Whatever it is, I got to practice. You know, Michael Phelps practice hours a day, 6 days a week, and he consumed 12,000 calories a day. Number 3, Work, not harder. Work smarter, not harder. Arnold Schwarzenegger once gave a speech about his rules for greatness. One of those rules, work your butt off. He said that while most people are goofing off, there are people working hard, getting better, and becoming smarter. It's part of it. People say, hey, work hard, work smarter, not harder. No, work harder and smarter. Number 4, measure everything. Measure everything. You need to measure your progress. You do to be great. 2 reasons you got to do this. It tells you how well you're doing, and it tells you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And I'm going to leave you with this about measuring everything, because I get people all the time that goes, why don't you just put in the results will happen? But I move over to the University of Tennessee or any major program. Let's go sports. Do you think that sports watch film every day to measure themselves? Do you think they run stats to measure their performance? Absolutely. Every day, every day, every day. You got to measure yourself. That's the 4th step to achieving greatness. So just wanted to share those with you. I'm excited about what Coach has got to say about this.
Thanks, Coach Palmer. Appreciate it. We've had a lot of talking here lately. Have I been on the phone a lot? He seems like he's out of the country more than he's in the country. So, but anyway, greatness, that's a pretty broad word. It's a very specific word at the same time. And the angle I went with on this, guys, is we talked about yesterday, being great leaders during anxious times. So I'm going to tie this in and talk about greatness in leaders, which I know each and every one of you are. So it's kind of stepped on my toes in some areas. And I felt like I wanted to open this up a little bit. Greatness is a concept of a state of superiority affecting a person or object in a particular place or area. Greatness can be attributed to individuals who possess a natural ability to be better than all others. We all know somebody that it is that way for them. It's a natural ability for them. And, those are the people I try to look at all the time. But, I want to tie all this in and piggyback off of where we went yesterday. So greatness in a leader starts with being completely transparent. By doing this, when we're transparent, others are going to grow to respect, emulate, and trust us. Now, those are 3 big, powerful things that we all, I think, want. So how do we develop this? We'll go through it very quickly with you, and hopefully this will resonate with some of us. We have to commit to being a very authentic person. If we commit to being genuine, we embrace all parts of who we are, the good, the bad, the weak, the strong, the gaps, and the greatness. If we can be genuine, we will win hearts and minds. I don't know if any of you follow me on my social media platforms, but the post I put out there today, it was for me, because that's the one area that I really have to focus upon. If you want somebody to own you, let them control you with words. Don't snap. So that's something that I have tried to do and work on my entire career and my entire life. And I want it to be genuine. So that's me. A lot of people think I put all these posts out there for everybody but me. I start with me always, always. So another way is we must take responsibility. We must take responsibility for our lives. Commit to being responsible, like Coach said, to your health, your happiness, and your success. Refuse to make excuses and never blame others. You know, there's so many people in this world when maybe things like Coach was talking about just a while ago, oh, they got lucky, all this and that. They're always looking for a booger. I mean, there's those people out there. We should never blame others. We should never make excuses. We have to hold ourselves 100% accountable for what we do. The third point is we must communicate in a way that conveys clearly to others what we mean to say. You know, the way we speak and the way we communicate will always matter. We've talked about this a lot in a lot of words that we have. How we communicate and speak is so monstrous in our successes and our failures. You know, every time we say something, it provides a true reflection of who we really are, what we think, and what we value. We must always make sure our heart and mind are saying the right things. Those have to be together at all times. Number 4, we must remember there's always free choice. We may not always be able to change or choose our situation, but we will always be able to choose who we're going to be in that situation. Choose the values that lead you to embrace your greatness. Every one of you are great in your own special way. Grab your greatness and move forward with it, progress with it, believe in it. And when you hit a bump in the road, guess what? That's life. Back up, reevaluate, start over again. I want to end with one of my favorite musicians. Y'all know me, I'm the music freak here, but I've always liked Bob Marley. And I think the reason I like Bob Marley so much is that he has always had such a strong message in all of his songs. So that always has resonated with me years ago. It started. He said, the greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively. So I think that's a mouthful of greatness that he spoke out in that. So let's really, really continue to work on trying to be the greatest leader, the greatest influence that we can be. But at the same time, when we do get a setback, don't wallow in it. Pull your bootstraps up and let's go. Y'all, so blessed to see you every single morning. Thank you and have a wonderful day. I love you guys more than you know.
Coach, thank you for the word today. Greatness, greatness, greatness. Let's go out and rock this Tuesday. Love you guys. Grateful for you. We'll see you back tomorrow.